Trouble? You look tired, friend. The Banned Mare has beds for rent.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 231 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with GamerSupps, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods, and starting us off, we have a guide to finding Creation Club content. Now I may be a little late in covering this mod because the Anniversary Edition did come out a couple weeks ago, but I did want to shine light onto this mod because this is definitely something that I've found extremely useful because of how the sheer amount of things that they add with this Creation Club bundle update with the Anniversary Edition. There's so many new mods that have been added into the game with this Creation Club that you'll have to keep going back and forth to, the mod page to see what items they added and where they are and where to start the quests and how to actually obtain the items. But this actually adds a book that has every single item that's added with Anniversary Edition. It has the description of the item, where to find it, how to start the quest, and where to actually obtain it. So you can actually do the entire, finding all of the content that you get with the Anniversary Edition without having to back out and opening up the mods tab over and over again, because opening up the mods tab in game when you have a huge load order on takes ages. And sometimes it doesn't even work either. Sometimes you have to back out and try again. So I feel as though this book idea is a great idea whenever it comes to creating mods, and then this guide to finding Creation Club content mod is a perfect mod to add to your list if you're looking for that Creation Club content. And with all this new content that we have added with this Creation Club Anniversary Edition, it'll be super easy to find with this guide to finding Creation Club content, and that's why this mod's featured here at our number 5 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading it. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have a brand new badass armor set called the Dremora Robes, Mihail Armors and Clothing. The mod page reads that like its Dremora armor counterparts, the robes traditionally worn by the Dremora clan are heavy, terrifying looking, and at first glance cumbersome and uncomfortable, with their sharp edges and thick metal plates, but are nevertheless ideal for surviving on a plane of oblivion floating on scorched lava, populated by the fear-cast Daedric creatures, and in the midst of a constant strain for power and domination. Now these armors were created by the clan's blacksmiths, and they were specially made for Dremora oriented for magic. This heavy armor robe set is composed of thick and irregular metal plates, carved with strange symbols and demonic shapes, which cover a reinforced chainmail protecting the torso area. Pointed and irregular edges mark the look of the set, covered by a strange and reddish glow which gives the bloody color to the metallic part of the robes. And like the armor, metallic thorns sprout from everywhere as if they're demonic claws and teeth emerging from the set, giving the final fiendish touch to this Daedric garb. Masks are generally linked to the function of the Dremora that are using them, and these Dremora masks that have been added with this mod include the Dremora Mask of Sorcery, Ambition, and Devotion, and they all have their own badass unique look. And where to actually get your hands on this unique armor set, you can actually craft it in the Forge if you have the Daedric Smithing perk. This armor is also unisex, so it can be worn by any race and gender. There's so much that can be done with this new unique armor set, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at our number 4 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading the Dremora Robes, Mihail Armors and Clothing mod. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have a brand new animation mod pack called the Gritty Paladin Animation Bundle. Now this mod adds a huge combination of YY animations such as Mystic Knight, Unarmed Warfare, Cross and Jab the bodyhook version, Pretty Combat animations, and Leviathan animations. Recently they added another animation mod on top of this, which was the bow animations from Pretty Combat animations. This should be the final version of it, excepting miscellaneous animations that might appear in the future. But this mod mainly replaces one-handed sword and magic animations. It's designed to fit a character with a sword in one hand and magic in the other, such as a spell sword, battle mage, or mystic knight, and even a pure mage as well. Now, as you know, we've covered so many different animation mods in the past, but the ones that I always stick with are the Dual Sun Animation Replacer, the Spoiler Animation Overhaul, as well as the Refined Movement mod, and occasionally we jump in and we add a magic mod in there for animations, but this actually seems to cover everything, you know? We have a whole bunch of different combinations of mod packs and different animation mods, all combined into one 4.91 megabyte mod, and as you can see as I'm showcasing some of these little animations here, I really like the way that he puts his sword away. That was something that I noticed immediately. Whenever you put your sword away, that looks absolutely badass. That's one of my favorite animations I've seen for sheathing a sword. And then going over to the magic, I thought that the magic was brilliant. I thought that the animations look phenomenal. And for each different spell that you cast, it's going to look extremely different as well. In the vanilla game of Skyrim, all of the spell casts were pretty similar. There was a couple different animations for, you know, certain types of spells, but this seems to actually cover most of the spells in the game, you know? All of these are covered with new animations. As you can see as I'm casting some of these spells here, you can see some of the new animations. So when it comes to animation mods, this is definitely one I'd recommend checking out because it just adds so much content whenever it comes to these animations. So the fact that they were able to add all of these unique animations into the game all into one mod coming in below 5 megabytes, it's definitely why this mod's featured here to number 3 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Gritty Paladin Animation Bundle mod. Coming in at a number 2 spot, we have the King's Choice Flora Overhaul, which combines 3 mods together to get the best flora that you could possibly see in Skyrim. These 3 mods that they combine is Mojo's Grass, David's Trees, and Mary's Flora. We've actually used Mary's Flora in a previous load order video, so you might actually be familiar with that mod. But the mod page reads that this is dense grass with optimized performance. This mod adds and replaces grass and objects and removes the auto-generated pebbles and underwater grass as well. It replaces the pine trees and pine shrubs in Skyrim and adds new shore pines to the Hallmark camp. And it also replaces some of the unrealistic greenery from the snowy areas, so if you like the original feel of Skyrim but want more detailed tree models, then this is a good mod for you. And then finally they have HD plants that pack about 100 plant textures. So everywhere you go in Skyrim, if you're going along the grass, you'll have Mojo's Grass to look at. You stumble across some flowers, you'll have Mary's Flora to look at with these new plant textures. And then going around the different treed areas and, you know, forested areas and just, you know, looking around at all the greenery of Skyrim, every single tree and bush that you see is going to be new and remastered as well. So pretty much anywhere you go in Skyrim, you'll be seeing new textures and they'll be all new and remastered for you. And this is all coming in at 63.78 megabytes, and it's all jam-packed into this one Flora Overhaul mod pack. Now there really isn't that much else I can say about it. All I can really do is show you the gameplay of, you know, me going around and flying and seeing some of these new areas and what the environments actually look like. So if you're interested in completely transforming the way that you explore Skyrim with brand new remastered textures and just making the environment look amazing, then the King's Choice Flora Overhaul is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out because it checks all those boxes and it does all this all in one mod. So you don't have to download countless different flora mods or different patches for grass mods. It's all just featured here in this one mod, very easy to install, and it's also very light in memory space. And that's definitely why I'd recommend downloading the King's Choice Flora Overhaul mod. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have a new version to the huge mod pack that we covered a few weeks back. This is Conjurer's Forge 2, the Reclamation. Now you may remember the original Conjurer's Forge, which did a whole bunch of things with the enchantments of Skyrim and, you know, adding a whole bunch of different ways to craft items, and it was just a huge mod pack that focused on crafting and smithing as well as, you know, enchanting and making different types of potions, you know, any type of crafting thing, the Conjurer's Forge was there for you. But here they are with part 2 of Conjurer's Forge. Now it is important to note before I go any further, you can only have one Conjurer's Forge mod. You can't have the first one and the second one. You either get the first one or the second one. Because basically what these mods are is they're mod packs that combine all of the same-ish mods. You know, some of them are the same. Some of the big ones like Summermyst is included in Conjurer's Forge 1 and 2. But the actual other mods that they include as a side are completely different. Like the other Conjurer's Forge focuses on mining more, where this one goes more into enchanting and making smithing oils. So you really just got to read what mods are included in the Conjurer's Forge and then make your pick. But I really like Conjurer's Forge 2 because it adds a lot of mods that we're familiar with and that we've covered in this series before, such as Summermyst Enchantment of Skyrim, of course. And then you have the Soul Gems Multithreaded, the Smithing Oils mod, which I'll get into later. It's a really good mod. I really like the Smithing Oils mod. And then you have the Left-Handed Rings Modified, Left-Handed Enchanted Rings, more growable plants, freshly ground, shorter crafting lists, Enchanting Freedom patches as well, so you can add all of the Summermyst enchantments onto any other armor piece that you would like in the game. You can rupture and craft soul gems now. There's the Night Eye has been fixed for Summermyst. There's a dragon damage enchantment, craftable faction armor, faster mining, more useful ingots, craftable torches, smelting plus, so there's more things to smelt, better Hearthfire for crafting and items, Solar's portable crafting, so you have a whole bunch of different crafting stations that you can use whenever you're out on your travels instead of going into a town. Then we have craftable silver weapons, craftable alchemy salts, increased food, harvest NPCs, and so many different mods included in this mod pack to just completely transform your experience in Skyrim. Now, like I said, one of my favorite mods that was included in this one and not Conjurer's Forge 1 is the Smithing Oils mod, which allows you to take all of those precious gems that you have, like the, flawless emeralds, and then you have amethysts and rubies. You can actually crush those down and make more powerful potions and poisons with them as well. So if you tried out the Conjurer's Forge 1 and you're maybe looking for an upgrade, or maybe there's a couple mods in the first one that you didn't use, but there's a couple in the second one that you would use more, then I definitely recommend upgrading to Conjurer's Forge 2, the Reclamation, because it features so many mods that we've covered on this channel before and that we're familiar with that it'll just completely transform how you play Skyrim. And with it also coming in at 32.73 megabytes, it's a very small mod pack despite the fact that it includes so many great mods. And that's definitely why it's featured here at a #1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Conjurer's Forge 2, the Reclamation mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.